Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 4 on the Fat Tyre Flyer. In today's video we are going to be concentrating on the front and rear wheel of this bike. So I've got the wheels suspended from the ceiling and I started off, we'd prepped these up in a 320 disc all round and scuffed the spokes back. So they're good to go on the prep side of things. Now the first stage on these is to give these a really good clean down. We're going to wax and grease remove all the rims, the spokes on both of these, and then we're going to mask these up. Now I've cut some paper off camera. I've got some long strips of paper. They're going to go around the inners of the rim where you see this grey tape here. We'll paper this off and tape so we can get the paint around this edge, so all this edge and lip is painted. We'll mask off the cassette, we'll mask off the discs on the front and the back, and we are aiming just to tidy up the spokes where they're slightly chipped here. So we're going to re-black all the spokes first on both of the wheels, then we're going to mask off from here up to about here on each spoke, just to mask the rim off, so then we can spray the actual rim itself. So it's a sort of a tricky process because we've got to do the spokes because they're chipped, and then we've got to do the rims, so it's a lot of masking. So today's video will just be concentrating on the wheels. We'll get these up into a base coat and I'm going to clear coat all these in one hit. So we've got the frame covered up there. We'll concentrate on the wheels today. The paint that we're using is going to be this one, which is a water base. This is a colour wise, it is a copper, and then we're going to drop a transparent over the top of that as well and just tone it back a bit. So the rims will be copper with the black spokes, which will look quite nice. So we'll get these cleaned up, get them masked up, and then we can start dropping the black on the spokes. See you in a bit. All the wheels cleaned up all round with wax and grease remover. The next stage is to give it a little bit of masking on the inner. So just drop a little bit of paper over like that, pin it there, and then wrap this paper around it. Like so, a little bit of masking, and I've just measured the paper, cut that to size, and that will do for masking the inner of the wheel off. Nice and simple, guys. I'm not going to make it hard for yourself. So that's that one done. I'll do the same to this wheel. Bit of masking tape, follow that round. Double up, and that's masked off enough for the inside of the wheel. So what we'll do now is I'll get the Creos PS290. I've got some black base coat, and I'm just going to dust in over these spokes where they were slightly chipped back, re-black the spokes, and then we can start masking out the spokes to get the rims done. So I'll see you in the next step. Guys, in that little time, actually seen me going with the black, went in with the PS290 and just touched in the spokes all round just to re-black them. So I've done that, and then off camera I've gone in and just masked out the bottoms of the spokes, very lightly, done some little like flutes of masking round, and these should, fingers crossed, unpeel okay, because they've only been pinched to the bottom where the nipple is on the actual spoke. The rest is like a loose cone around the spoke. So I'm going to aim the spray gun sort of down and close. We're going to dust in first with some silver. I'm going to do a very light base of silver, do one coat of silver, let that go off, and then we're going to go in with the water-based copper over the top of the silver and just start to get the colouring over the top of the silver. And then we'll go in with a transparent and just nip over with the transparent. So I'll stick you in another time lapse. I'll drop a bit of silver down just on the edge of this rim, and then we can start working the other colours in. So I'll see you in the next step. The wheels are all coloured up and they look really sick. The colour will really look nice. Once this is clear coated, they'll really pop in the sun, because we've got 3 colours on this. I'll give you a little pan round and a look. So we've got a copper base coat on this to start off with, which is this one here, water based. Then I went in and I dusted with the PS290. I didn't put it on camera, but I just dusted in round the edge and let it just fade into the centre. We went in with this one, which is a nickel Onzo gold over the top, and then I went in with a iridescent copper fine over the top of that. So there's 3 colours on there. Once these are clear coated, these will really pop when the light gets on them. But as you can see there on this little edge here where the light hits it, it's starting to glisten up. So once these are cleared, once we get this, we'll get these taken off. I've got to nip in and go back in on some of the spokes where I've been holding it and moving the wheel around because I had paint on my hand. But it's gone down really nice and tidy. There was a couple of bits on this rim where it was badly scuffed, and some bits where the actual powder coating, where it's pulled up through, where the actual alloys corroded on where the powder coat has just lifted it slightly. But they'll look tidier once they're clear coated up. So that's the wheels complete up to the part where we're going to clear coat these. We'll give these another clean down, re-black the spokes. We can mask out the rest of the bits here, black out bits we need to, panel white bits down to tidy it up, and we'll be ready for clear coat. So a nice simple one, guys. We scuffed the wheel off 320, Scotch Brite it, cleaned it, and then I went in with a water-based acrylic with the Impact Junior, and drop your coats really light when you're using that type of acrylic. It will go down to these surfaces, but you just got to go nice and light, let that first coat dry off, and then you can just start to build your coats up, and it dries down really flat, as you can see. So a nice coverage on them. So that's the wheels done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you can join me in the next one, which will be part 5. We're going to crack on with the battery. We've got logos to do on the frame, rivets. We're going to do some logos on the battery and make that look old and beaten. and then a bit on the forks as well. So the next episode should be winding up all the little bits of artwork and text, and then it'll be part 6 where we move on and we'll get all these bits clear coated and finished. So hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe, press that notification, and I'll see you in part 5, guys. Cheers.